All right. Ooh, T, I see
Respect
you.
your
I see
authority.
you over there looking like new.
Delinquent. Yes, sir.
Delinquent.
No.
Go ahead, sub.
Right.
All right. So what we talking about?
This boy
All right.
T looking like a
All
little
right, we gonna
quay,
get
bro.
with we gonna start with the Falcon Winter Soldier first since we got to the latest episode of that, bro. Cause
Oh yes,
that last episode, bro, it ended just the way I wanted to the end, bro. They definitely showed
bro,
respect to the Black Captain America, bro. I love how they did that, and you see how
bro.
Sam Wilson got his shield back, bro. Like,
Still, it was pretty damn good though. To watch how that whole ending was left out.
I ain't gonna lie. I like the ending a little bit, but I was just like, yo, like typical America, dude. Like, dude's killing people for no fucking reason, and then all he gets is this badge stripped, and he ain't got to do no jail time. That's all I seen.
but we all know the world in terms of Avengers at now, bro. We know how corrupt it is, bro. And that's why Captain America was basically against it in Civil War. Like, we all know how shicey this little thing is with with Hydra and all the shield and all that, bro, behind closed doors. So I feel like it's more to it than just that, bro. And then you already know we gonna get like the Dark Avengers, the Thunderbolts, and all like that. I think that's why they didn't do that with John Walker, because they trying to use him going forward, like as like a probably like a teammate for another, like you said, like what's that one lady name? Madame Hydra or something like that. The tiny lady.
Hydra, yeah.
Yeah, so
Madame Hydra.
Yeah, so I think she gonna probably create like her own like team with him. Basically people that got superpowers and all like that. Well,
yeah. Hey, I'm calling it right now, bro. Sharon Carter's a scroll, bro. Period.
Sharon Carter.
Yep. A scroll?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
I really could see that.
So much evidence, bro. First off, for her to just completely 180 like that, then there was two things I caught, or three things. The way she set up dude who hopped in the van, and like the way she killed him, and then she said she was like Mercury Mist or something like that. I was like, wait, what? Mercury Mist? Like, where would you get that from? First off, then when she was talking about and then when she got shot by by whatever freaking Carly Morgenthau, and Sam was like, get her to a hospital, and she was like, no, I'm fine, right? Because I was like, if they take her to a hospital, like obviously like they gonna figure out she ain't human, right? When they do MRIs and all that type of stuff. Then at the end, when they were like, or at the end credit scene, she was like, super soldiers off the menu, but we have access to prototype weapons and blah 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 blah. I don't know, bro.
She had too much information, bro.
And then the camera shifted up to the sky, bro. I was like, nah, bro, nope.
We already seen two scrolls, bro.
You got some stuff there, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, that's not off the table.
Yeah,
it's not off the table.
I did call it. I called that she was a bad guy. I called that she was the broker. I think that she's either a scroll or she's gonna be like the head of AIM.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, either or, bro.
Because AIM pretty much was just selling high tech weapons to whoever.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much what she already does.
Yeah,
now
true.
She's gonna have even bigger roster or a bigger category of weapons.
Yeah,
I feel like they kind of might be insinuating either like some AIM type of thing, or like you said, if it's gonna be scrolls, there has to be an end point. Like she has to have a goal that goes all the way back to the main reason why scrolls came to Earth.
Yeah,
which I don't know.
Exactly, because my thing is like, and since ever since Captain Marvel, like even in WandaVision, bro, like we've been hitting like scrolls, bro. Like at the end of that, like I don't know, and then I don't know, man. I just feel like it's I don't know, but definitely, bro. AIM or scroll, bro. Period. It can't be nothing else. If she ain't either of those two, then they just left fielded the heck out of us. Because I'm just like, you know what though? With you saying that she could be a scroll, I can lightweight see something like that, because when you seen her first appear in Winter Soldier, she was ordered to watch over Cap from Fury. Fury is one of the only people in S.H.I.E.L.D. that really knew about scrolls and actually befriended them for this long period of time.
Yeah.
Yes. Bro. Hey, did you also hear what the dude said? Whatever his name is, dude that I think his name's Flagstone, the one that's played by George St. Pierre.
Yeah.
Remember when he was like, remember he told her, he was like, pay me 4 times or I'm gonna tell the world who you really are.
Who you really are, yeah.
Bro, I was like, bro.
That's more of a play on not being power broker, but more of a scroll.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think that probably relates to the power broker more than the scroll. Yeah, because I'm like, he probably don't know. If he did, he probably would have, right.
That's super coincidental. Like, Solly, that's not a super far-fetched idea.
It's really just not.
You know? It's not a super far-fetched idea. But the only question I would ask is, what happened to the original Sharon Carter?
That would be my thing.
Exactly.
But then again, look at what's her name? Who was the chick that was with Fury when they dusted?
Maria Hill. Maria Hill.
Realistically, she could be a scroll this entire time because she was like his right hand from like the jump.
But she was though in Spider-Man Far From Home. She was a scroll. Yeah, like
Terry Wright. Yeah, that's right.
She actually was a scroll in Far From Home. Yep.
Yeah, I'm like.
But I feel like y'all teasing Secret Invasions, bro. I feel like it all comes circle around in this, bro. Like,
remember, what was it?
Which is why they made Monica up there now, because it could be Secret Invasion.
But she's not like the Monica Rambeau from like the Young Avengers. Like, it seemed like she's more like towards like Sword and all like that. Like, she's gonna be like probably like watching over the Avengers, like Nick Fury did when Cap and Tony and all them was here. Like, I feel like they using her for that because. I think the Monica Rambeau in the comics, if I'm mistaken, I think she was with the Young Avengers, I think, if I'm mistaken. I don't think she was with Fury and all that because I think she was too young at the time. But I think this like a more different character. They probably putting her with Sword because they know about the history between, like, you know, their basically Captain Marvel and her mother that passed away and all like that. So I feel like they probably is going to have her with Fury. Plus, they're going to make a show, I think, with Nick Fury. So she probably most likely going to be in that too, like, going forward.
Yeah.
Oh, so then timing is the reason why this might be a scroll thing, because the timing of like the Scarlet Witch. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. No. For sure. Go ahead. I'm gonna just add after.
So you saying like because the reason why the Scarlet Witch show had an appearance of Monica Rambeau, who has ties, technically family ties, to the Skrulls, and that a lot of these little teasers might be hypothesized as scroll-related stuff. Yeah. It's probably going to relate to the Skrull invasion. You got to be maybe the next phase or something.
Yeah. Because also, like, what was it? Also, I mean, we all know that they don't really go off like comic-based stuff. But in the comics and in the animated show, the people that had been abducted and kept and like captured on the Skrull ship was Captain America, Thaddeus Ross, Red Hulk, and Sharon Carter, among like a whole bunch of others. So I'm like, that would make sense. And then also the fact of what was I about to say? Yeah, like you said, in the latest, or in the final finale of freaking what is it? Freaking Vision and Wanda or WandaVision. Yeah, like Monica Rambeau was like, you know, at the end it was like, okay, like the scroll, like it's too many hints of like again, like Terry said, the scroll invasion and everything happening, and then also their goal, like their main goal, was to get in a position of power, and then obviously grant access to other scrolls. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like her saying like super soldiers off the table. Well, also in the comics they tried to pretty much abduct and imitate super beings or superheroes, right? I'm like,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So and then think about it, bro. She tried to. She remember she was like, she told the chick like, I'm disappointed in you, and then she was like, come back and work for me, and blah 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 blah. And she was like, why? So I could be your because I'm your muscle or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like.
Hey, Solomon, if this happened like this, bro, I'm going to give you hella props. Because I didn't see that. I didn't see nothing that you're thinking about right now. I didn't see it that way. And if this happened like that, I'm going to give you hella props. I can see what you're saying.
I mean, it's
just, not too far-fetched.
Yeah. It's just theory. But I just feel like, I don't know. Because, I mean, again.
It's a good theory, though.
Again, the AIM thing would be a very, very solid thing, too. Because she was, you know, I mean... Again, you know, they're and then also the power broker. I was wondering, like, like who was she talking to? You see what I'm saying? Like who was she talking to as far as like, you know, on the other line?
She's the power broker.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's what I was thinking.
Exactly. Like
what you think, Deontay?
If she's a power broker already, like who was she talking to on the other line where it's like they need this information? You see what I'm saying? Like
who's her main client?
Yeah, exactly. Like who are you trying to get this for? You see
What
what I'm
was
saying?
you about to say, Deontay, bro?
Because my initial thought was that it was General Ross, because she was initially talking about the serum, because that's really what he wanted, was to try and create, like, you know, oh, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, I was thinking it was General Ross at the time, because he was trying to create this serum so that way he can have, like, you know, his super soldiers. But I'm like, well, there's no need for her to be talking to him, because he's already in the government. They wouldn't need to try to steal secrets from the government for the government either, you know? So that's why I'm like, okay, let's be talking to somebody who was looking into the serum and also looking into, like, you know, secrets for the government. But I still wouldn't be too far-fetched if General Ross is the real power broker and she's just the face, in a sense. Like, you know, it wouldn't really surprise me, because they've always mentioned it as a he.
Yeah.
Like, he's a power broker, and Zemo didn't Zemo say that him and the power broker did cross paths? So that means he would have had to have seen the power broker.
Bruh.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Bruh, you took everything right out of my mouth, bruh, because I was just about to say that, bruh, because I was just telling Simon, bro, it's one person we forgot about in this whole series is General Ross, bro, but when all this started off, he was the first person to come at Cap with everything in terms of the what's it called, the COVID Accords and all like that, when they had to be under. He was like the first one, like, so where has he been at all this time? And they kept teasing they gonna bring the Thunderbolts. He is like almost like the leader of it, if it's not Zemo. You know what I'm saying?
He is.
So I'm like, I know he has to play some type of role in this. I feel like they is trying to tease him for later, because he is like the red version of Hulk, which is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Okay, we already got Bruce Banner. That's Professor Hulk. We gonna get She-Hulk. Jennifer Walters coming, so she gonna represent like the lawyer side and all like that. And we gonna get Daredevil to play side by side with her too, because I think they gonna probably fight for who gonna get who definitely gonna be under who basically gonna be with Peter Parker when he going through all that investigation, all that stuff. Because Mysterio basically try to say he down for murder and all like that. So I think either Daredevil or She-Hulk gonna probably either grab Spider-Man and probably do that with them. But I feel like they're going to probably show, like, different versions of the Hulk. And I feel like that's why they're going to bring this Young Avengers, where they're going to probably bring Hulk in, the young versions of the Hulk, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's, like, the Chinese version, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I feel like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring, like, younger, like, basically, like, people that could take the mantle, or, like, just the younger version of him. Because we already got I think we got the young girl that played Ant-Man's daughter. We already got Morgan Stark. We already got the younger generation already. We already got Patriot
too.
That's what I'm saying. Patriot. Like, I feel like they're building this for the Young Avengers, and then Secret Invasion is going to tie into this. And I feel like that's how everything's going to connect.
Sense.
You know what I'm saying?
But let's not forget, though, the kid that was in Iron Man 3. He was actually at
He could be Iron Lad.
Tony's. Like, he was actually at Stark's funeral, because I didn't recognize him at first. But I'm like, yo, he's still young enough to where he could play a young Avenger. And I always thought he might be able to take on the mantle of Iron Man versus Stark's daughter. Because he's too young.
I got a question.
Yeah.
When Stark fell into his garage or whatever, fell into the kid's garage, was the kid building something?
He was building I think a potato shooter or something like that.
It wasn't nothing like
it wasn't nothing like super advanced, but the kid had an engineering mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that when if and when he grows up,
right.
And think about it, he was tinkering with the armor when Stark was like way out somewhere else. He was tinkering with it and making sure that it would be up and running. It had enough power. He tinkered with it for a little bit.
Didn't Stark give him upgrade his garage too after the end of Iron Man 3 too?
Yeah, he did. He did. He just upgraded in the garage.
Yeah.
But I think it's one person we forgetting about that they teasing this. Her name was Riri Williams, and I think she's Ironheart, and I think that's who they've been bringing up in this. Because as much they brought up the dude from Iron Man 3, even Morgan Stark, they never talked about them going forward or even taking the mantle. But they brought Riri Williams, but they already confirmed her show is about to happen. I don't know if this year or next year. So I think she's gonna be the one that takes the mantle.
Iron Man, isn't it? Like, is she the black chick that plays Iron Man in the comics?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's gonna be her, but I actually hope that Morgan Stark or that dude from Iron Man 3 plays a role in this too, because I don't, for her to be in it, knowing that we already got developed characters for Iron Man to take
no
the mantle,
connection.
like that, I don't know. Something about that don't seem
You know?
right to me.
Yeah.
Like, don't push the
kinda
diversity
It's not
into
a
it just because she's black. You know what I'm saying? We already got Morgan Stark
I
here
agree.
in Iron Lad. You know what I mean?
I
So
agree, Terry, 100%, bro. I
Yeah,
agree,
bro.
100%, Terry. It just don't. For example, like the Iron Patriot now makes complete sense because the connection between the Iron Patriot to the current Captain America, or
Right.
Black Captain America, whatever they call him.
yeah,
There's a huge connection there, and I love that. I love that at first. I guess who we believe Iron Patriot to be in the future, he did not like, Sam until the end where he gave his grandpa some honor, and who knows after
Right.
that they might really connect because
Right.
honestly, he literally like. I love that, bro. That scene
Yeah,
right there
bro.
just pulled my heartstrings.
It did,
bro. 'Cause I
bro.
was like, wow.
It did, bro. It really did.
I was like, yeah.
Hey,
I was,
bro.
I was
stood
just like
up and
this.
I
I was
was
like,
like,
yeah.
That was like, bro, that was good, bro. Like,
I'm just
They
glad
knew
he got
they
that
was going with
recognition,
that
bro.
scene.
Like,
we knew
bruh.
who that was for.
bro,
For real.
hey, you know what I like the fact that, bro, and I don't care what nobody say, bro. I hope that people in the government now and like people higher up was watching that show, bro, because everything he said was
on
was
point,
truly
bro.
how the
It was
world
so
worked.
powerful what
Very
he was
on
saying,
point.
bro. For real,
Very
bro.
on point with the whole
And I
world,
like-
how it's going.
I like the fact that when when Isaiah was watching it, bro, it was crazy because I feel like, I mean, obviously we know he thought he'd never see that, bro. He never thought he would see a black Captain America. And then everything that led up to him actually having faith in that again, and then him bringing it to the museum, bro, that was
Deep,
that
bro.
was such a good episode, bro.
It was deep, bro.
So let me ask you this.
Bro.
Let me ask you this. So with Isaiah's that's his grandson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the government know that he has a grandson?
No, nope.
He's
Nope,
dead.
they don't
He's
know. Because
dead.
remember, he could declare he was dead,
That's what I'm
right?
saying.
Yep, they declared he was
So
dead.
my thing is like, okay, he was with his wife, but she died while he was in jail.
Yeah.
So that means he had to have gone with somebody else who to then have a child who
Yeah.
now has this child, which is his grandson. But you know what? I wouldn't necessarily put it past them to say, okay, he had a child with his original wife, but it was only because he had the serum in him. It actually got passed through the generations, which is why, like his grandson Isaiah could potentially, in a sense, be a super soldier as well.
Yeah.
We still don't really know if that could be passed down through bloodline.
Right. Yeah.
We still don't really know
that. True.
Honestly, yeah,
I feel like that
that's
is the
the
biggest
thing.
question behind
That's
all
like,
this,
how is
too.
his grandson going through life without them really saying, like, wait, okay, yeah, like your last name could be Jefferson or whatever. So there's a lot of black people with the name Jefferson and shit. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like, okay, like who is your kinfolk? Like who are you actually related to?
Right, because we were
Yeah.
saying the same thing
Well,
for
I
Steve
honestly-
Rogers when he
I
was with
honestly
Peggy,
think-
too. So we didn't know
I also
yeah.
think that whoever his grandson, well, I believe his grandson is gonna be Patriot because I was
Supposed to be
kind of
him
looking
right
it
here.
up and it was showing pictures
That's
of
how it's
him,
supposed to look like.
and then the Young Avengers Patriot. Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing, though.
Is he? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. What happened? Go ahead, Frank.
I was about to ask you and Terry, since I think y'all might know, is his name the same? Is Iron Patriot's name the same as the kid? Did they say his name in the show?
Oh no. Well, nah.
It's
His
Eli
name-
Bradley.
His name is
his
Patriot.
name. His real name is Eli Bradley, but in terms of the comic,
Yeah.
like his superhero name is just the Patriot because he takes it under his
Patriot.
grandfather. Yeah,
So I think.
So I say that because to Deontay's point, that made a lot of sense, and that made me think like if he did. So okay, if he did have a kid with his first wife, and she died after having the baby, right? She had the baby, and she dies or whatever while he's in prison. He's still dead to the government. So let's say he comes out, connects with the family, like, hey, I'm your father or I'm your grandfather. Eventually, they kind of rekindle the relationship. That wouldn't be too much of a difference between him having a baby with his ex or his, widowed. Well, I guess he's not a widow. His dead wife, compared to like a wife that he had found after he had got back out of prison.
Yeah.
Because they both would still have his gene, which means that if it is passed down, no matter which way you look at it, his kids will have the super soldier
Yeah.
gene. I don't know. I feel like because I think the super soldier serum affects you at a cellular level, which means that it affects your DNA and your genes, which means
it
can have. Like in theory, if we talk about like our real life physics in science, in theory you should be able to pass it down.
Yeah.
But you know how those physics work in Marvel.
And that's what I was thinking. Like that's what I was thinking though. Like if it's possible for it to be passed down through bloodline, that could be why they were still in the hiding. Because he's like, nah, I don't want my grandson going out there doing some crazy stuff. And then they take him and do the same thing they did to me to him because they want that serum in his blood.
Hey, honestly, I honestly think that's what happened. I think his grandson probably does have the gene, and he figured that out by whatever. And I think that's why he took his grandson, and they was kind of living in exile, you know, like out the way in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Kind of protect him because, you know, he was like, whatever they gonna do to me or whatever they did to me, they'll do to you. And that's why even his grandson was hecka defensive. Like, remember when like anybody came to the door. He was like, y'all ain't getting this house. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just, and he didn't even know who they were. He just thought, I mean, they could have just been random neighbors. Whatever. So, until, you know, Bucky was like, you know, telling the guy from the whatever boss here. And he was like, he closed the door and went back and he was like, you know, y'all can come in. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like, and then also you have to understand, he had to know, how can I say it? I think, again, Isaiah probably knew his grandson had the genetics. And then also, remember how he reacted when he got mad and he threw the can or whatever and it hit the wall and he looked down like, you know, like he's upset, you know, friend, like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And how
he have another episode.
Like when he was like, get out of my house, he was like, you know, like I feel like just those little details kind of give you some like rhetoric as far as like, you know what I'm saying? All I
wanted was not Isaiah, Eli, the grandson. All I wanted was the grandson to accidentally throw the basketball across town. You know
right?
Grab
you know
the door handle and squeeze the metal. Like I wanted to show us like a little Easter egg that he has the power. So
I think they is, bro. But I think it's too early to show that because you obviously got to show Sam. And speaking of Sam, bro, this is something I have been thinking about, bro. Because the more I think about it, it makes me disappointed that he gave off that shield. But I understand why he did it when you watch towards the end of the series. You understand why he do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he should have not gave it to the government. You feel like you shouldn't use it. You should at least hold it off or something, bro. The fact you gave it to the government, knowing that they just did this boy Cap shady like this whole time while Cap was here. Y'all was basically against the government the whole time while you was on a run with him. So the fact that you gave him this shield at all, it was kind of like, Sam, what the hell, bro? It was kind of like, bruh. That's why I did not understand. But then they even fought you for just giving it to John Walker like that because they know if they would have told Sam that, he probably would have never gave it to him if that was the case. So the government was faulty for just giving John Walker that shield, bro. Because John Walker didn't know that either. You think John Walker asked to be Captain America? He didn't ask for that, bro. He just came from the war and all like that. They just gave it to him just because he had all the medals and everything. You know he ain't going to say no. Who going to say no to being Captain America with a shield?
And he was a white man with blue eyes and blonde hair.
That's the same thing Black Captain America said too. Same thing the OG Patriot said too to Sam too, bro. It comes all the way forward, bro. Yeah, bro.
I think that's why Isaiah said what he. I think that's why he said what he said. He's like, they're not gonna make you a Black Captain America.
Yeah.
Peep that though. They're not gonna make a Black Captain America. Yeah. But what did Sam do? They didn't give him the title Captain America. He took it.
Exactly.
Straight up.
He took that. And then not only did he take it, but he took it and then showed the world why he took it.
Exactly.
Compared to like,
that speech at the end, bro. That speech at the end, I was like, nah. Like, y'all, that was perfect.
Bruh. Our government.
He's about to walk away. He's about to walk away. And he was like, hold on. Matter of fact, he turned around and was like, he was about to walk away, and then he was like, you know what?
He's like, nah, you tripping.
That was wonderful, bro. Wonderful. He was like, nah, you got the power. Y'all the ones who can do all this. He said you could feed the starving with one phone call.
Bro. Yep.
My question is,
a million people, one phone call. Bruh. Yeah, that's my whole
my question is, will they do it?
Was epic, bro. Like, I mean, just the fact that he was like, and then also when he was like, when you guys are all in a room is it people that understand, or is it more people like y'all, bro? Like, bro, that's crazy, bro. They was shook. They didn't know what to say.
No.
Bruh.
Made up her mind.
No. I'm about to say, hey, man, mute your mic, bro. If you gonna be talking outside the video, bro, mute your mic.
Yeah, I think that and Deontay could attest to this. I love that he said that one line. Like, when y'all in here making these decisions, who's in the room with y'all? Is it the people? Do they look like the people who you're making the decisions for? I say that because in the tech field, in a lot of these industries, right, a lot of these people who are making these decisions, they're making these decisions for people like us, but they don't look like us. At the table, when they're making these decisions, there ain't no decision makers who look like us or brown skin at these tables.
None.
But yet they're talking about black initiatives and equality initiatives, but the whole table has no diversity, And because of that,
you were not lying.
Frank, you on point with that, bro. You right, bro.
Like, for work, I sit on that board meetings, bro. I'm talking about like the board of supervisors that make the decisions for the county, like Solano County and surrounding counties, bruh. And I sit and see these people, bruh, and they're nice people, but they don't. I don't know, but it's crazy. Like, to really sit in a room and just be like, bruh, there's no black people
know how to do it
behind those chairs, bruh. Like, and
I
barely
don't know know how.
That's what I'm saying. They mean well when they try to do it, but they just don't know how. So it's hard for them to really be like, okay, like, you can't really say how you gonna make the hood a better place to live in if you don't even visit the place, if you don't even know somebody who lives there. Like, you can't do that. Like look at Alamany right now out here in Frisco, like the projects. They done did some refurbishment, and you look on the outside, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, Alamany look cool. But I still see it on my apps and everything. I'm like, wait, there were some shootings over there. Okay, wait, there's this going on, there's that going on. And they end up talking to people, and they're like, yeah, the outside looks good, but the inside is still trash. The stuff is still falling apart. The wood, like, everything is still trash. So I'm like, so what was, so basically to me, all it looks like was just a paint job. So that's the same thing what Sam was saying. It's like, yeah, like, you guys got the power to do that, but who's in the room when you're making those decisions? So, Frank, you are absolutely right, because I can tell you right now, out of all the meetings that I've been in since starting at Gap now, on the tech side, there's literally 2 of us black folks in there, just 2. And that's one more than I'm used to seeing.
Right?
Like real talk.
And that's not the standard, though. And that's not the standard. Not. Like, there's a reason why, like, I'm gonna put some name drops right now. There's a reason why Gucci and H&M are having these issues, because they're putting marketing out there without the, like, remember when H&M put out what did they coolest
the coolest monkey in the jungle?
Coolest monkey in the jungle.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. I personally don't feel like they were trying to be racist, outwardly racist. They just didn't know that would offend us.
That's even sad, bro. Yeah.
But if there was a black person in the room, the black person would have been like, yo, you can't say that shit. You go have
don't
a
do that.
war.
Right.
Don't do that.
Damn.
They need to be more inclusiveness so that there can be different types of opinions from different walks of life to add to the solution that we all need to enjoy.
Yep. And that's mainly where Sam was going with that. I'm not calling him Captain America yet. I'm still calling him Sam. But that's where
Falcon. I'm still calling him Falcon. I'm not calling him no Captain America yet. Nah, not yet.
And actually, that goes back to one of the episodes where he was like, "Oh, look,
but look,
Black Falcon," and he's like, "Black Falcon." No,
I was just about to say, bruh. I ain't gonna lie, Marvel definitely have to thank Wakanda, because if it was not for Wakanda, bro, I think even going back to Steve Rogers probably wouldn't be nothing without Wakanda, bro, without that vibranium, bro. It shows, like, from him, Bucky, even Sam, bro, like, they come through every time for them, bro, for some reason, bro. When they really shouldn't be messing with them, bro, knowing how they did Wakanda after all them years, bro, trying to steal their stuff or even trying to, you know what I mean, like.
If you think about it, they helped everybody. If you think about it, they helped Vision. They helped Captain America.
Yeah, they Vision too. Right.
They opened up to the world about themselves after the end of Black Panther.
Now, I actually do believe that second movie can work now. After seeing this Wakanda, I actually think it's going to be hard to say to do this without Chadwick, bro, but I feel like they can still make this work. Based off what they doing with the weapon stuff from Wakanda, like, you can make a story out of that. But it is going to be hard to do it without a Black Panther, though. That's the
How do you
thing.
say Black Panther's gone? There has to be some great ass.
You got
excuse
right. You gotta
that he's
explain what
gone.
killed. But you know what I heard though. Now I don't know if this is true or not. But they say because they saying they possibly might. They have to show they probably might kill him off. But what if it's Doctor Doom? They show that kill him off though. When they show Liberia up and when they bring Liberia up in this, sometimes I could feel like that's kind of too early to bring him in because you didn't really bring up how he got his powers like that. But people know Doctor Doom is one of the most important characters in the Black Panther story. Like he almost killed him off, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a close villain to kill him off. So I mean, I don't know, bro. I think Doctor Doom would be that perfect way to bring this or Namor because I can't see no other way this could possibly work.
Yeah.
How can you kill him off? You know what I'm saying? Like I see them only two people can do that possibly. Because
Maybe
they
like Black Panther and Namor, maybe in the beginning of the movie, Black Panther and Namor battle, and he kills the king. He kills, T'Challa, and then now there's a vengeance story with a nation that wants vengeance for their killed king.
I mean, I can see that, bitch. I feel like people is not ready to see that because, bro, this man really just passed away, and it's like, bro, we was just waiting to see him more. Not even just a Black Panther, just more Invincible movie going forward. So it's kind of like I feel like just as fans, we not ready for that yet. That's why I feel like it is. I feel like we should just give it time first.
It's gonna be a tough hump to get over, but we'll get over it eventually.
I'll put it like this, and me and my wife has talked about this before. You don't recast T'Challa. That's what you don't do. Just don't recast T'Challa.
Right.
I don't mind you recasting Black Panther now. You can recast Black Panther, just not T'Challa. So what they would basically have to do is make it to where Black Panther, like you said, like make it so where like he dies, right? So T'Challa dies somehow. You just got to make that part make sense.
Yeah.
But
So you
taking
saying like
on the mantle of Black Panther, I feel like should either be bringing back Killmonger because you don't necessarily see him dead, or you have to make it Shuri.
He did get stabbed and fall over on watching.
Right.
T'Challa did say that he could
he
still
came back and received the power again. So this is
But-
going to be tricky.
In Black Panther, they did show that they can actually bring people back based off that. I don't know if it's that astral plane or anything like that. I don't know how they're gonna use that to bring Killmonger back.
I mean, he's
No,
also he has
with the
Black Panther.
plants that you get. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Frank. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, because remember when he got the plant, like after his first battle, it says go back and talk to your ancestors. So therefore, that's all his family that has had the Black Panther fruit before him. And remember, his father was there too. So it's like it's just going to be all tricky. And Killmonger is going to be there too because that is technically his family as well.
But I have to say this little
you got a
piece
point with
right
that,
here.
man.
If y'all remember, he didn't go to the king's realm. He went to his own.
He
He
didn't.
went to
He
his
did.
own realm,
Right.
which
You
pretty
right.
much was like, I guess, that little piece of Oakland, or not even Oakland, his apartment, where his
It was
dad
Oakland.
was, which is like,
It was Oakland.
I mean, it's in Oakland, but like, just specifically that apartment in Oakland. I feel that his connection to the spiritual realm might be not tethered to the ancestors. You know what I'm saying?
Because he
That
kind of
makes
was
sense, because he
exiled from
didn't grow
that.
up in
You're right.
Wakanda.
But what if it's now where he earns that right? Just kind of like how felt like how, for instance, like how T'Challa was telling T'Chaka, like, how can I be a great king like you? How he felt he had to earn that mantle. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, that could be the same for Killmonger, where he changed his whole perspective of how he looked at Wakandans, of how they did him and his father like that. Like, what if he changed perspective of that, where his whole perspective on the astral plane would change when he goes back, where he actually do meet his ancestors and all like that. Because I don't know if that's based off just like, you know what I'm saying, just the way he just looks at things, because he felt like he was just X'd out from his family all this time, you know what I'm saying? But
still
the fact that
remember,
he's
though,
been going in this astral plane, he probably learned so much behind that. Because I feel like, what's that girl's name? Shuri. Because they have to show some type of way where she has to go back in the astral plane, because she's really the only one that's maybe connected to all this, and she basically makes all this anyway, so she the one that keeps it going forward. So I don't know if they probably show if she might. We still don't even know if they might even show Killmonger. It might be somebody else. We're not even sure. But I feel like they probably have to go back to the astral plane to grab somebody from, like, they have to talk somebody from there. You know what I mean? Because I feel
at least like the wisdom from the astral plane.
Right,
at
like
least
you need that to
having
keep
them
it
gain
right.
Wisdom to, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Question. So, do y'all believe that the White Wolf is go make an appearance in the next Black Panther?
I do. I do
But
believe that.
he
I
should.
do.
Yeah, he will make an
I do.
appearance.
Oh,
He
Terry,
should.
I couldn't
I
hear
do.
you, Terry.
Yeah, I think so because not only they put him in the I feel like they just want to call him that for no reason, and then it's like, in like for instance, like he got to figure out ways to get over his past too, and I feel like this is like the perfect way to like heal from all that when you can help all these Wakandans, like people that's not even from your background, like the people that helped you, now you can help them back from trying to help the Wakandans and all like that, you know, best of they, you know what I'm saying?
He owed him.
Like,
he owed him big time.
He owes them. That's what I'm saying. Like he can do that for Wakanda, bro. Since that T'Challa's not here, and if you remember even with Infinity War, it was like when they was getting ready for war, it was like T'Challa was like, "I need you for this. I'm just give you this army, and I need you to fight with us." It was kind of like now it's like I need you to do that favor for us. Like I need you to help like fight for my country and all like that. Like I feel like Bucky can do that because, like you said, he has a lot of stuff to heal from. Even the stuff like the people he killed from when he was doing with Hydra. Like I feel like that could possibly help him to come to heal with all of that. To if he becomes a White Wolf, but I feel like that would kind of take away from him being to Winter Soldier. But I'm like, he's been a Winter Soldier for hundreds of years at this point. I mean, like we already seen that.
He's done with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's out of way from that already. So I feel like it could be at this point now. You can just put him in that White Wolf. Now I don't know how he gonna look because compared to the comics, like it was like an actual person from Wakanda that was the White Wolf. I think like he was like an actual person from Wakanda. It wasn't like how it is in MCU.
I think T'Chaka adopted him in the comics.
Yeah, I think he was adopted. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. He was adopted.
From Wakanda. I think he just adopted him.
Yeah. So I don't think it's gonna be necessary. I think he's just gonna be like, just like it ain't gonna be like the whole full like suit like that. I think it's just probably just based off the arm and just white, just representative, just based off Wakanda. You know what I mean? But that would be dope to see that, bro. Because the fact that this man Chadwick is gone, bro, you need some type of way to fill this up, bro. Like that's a big hole to fix, bro, for real.
So I think that, like Sam and like Bucky, those who have pretty much a debt to pay, and although Wakanda don't look to get payback, or they don't look to like cash in their debts, that's not how they do. They just help because they want to help.
Yeah.
When they ask for help, they go come running, bro. They go.
And you know what?
They'll come running, bro. I'm telling you, because they get all they did. All Bucky did was like, I need you to do me a favor, and to them, creating that whole suit and all that was so easy to them because they created it in like a few days.
They created like a whole world just based off their vibranium. So just the weapons ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like they can just
right. And that's why Sam don't even need to be a super soldier, bro, because he could get punched by a super soldier and the vibranium could disperse the force. And it, like I'm telling you, his suit was raw.
Now that's why I respect the way they did with Sam, because it shows that he's the first out of all the people that had the shield. He didn't need the super soldier serum. He just worked hard, dedication, just to make sure he can know how to wield it. You know what I mean? So I liked how they did that with Sam, because it seemed like I was wondering, everybody that had to use the shield had the soldiers that had to use the super soldier serum, like just to use it properly. So I'm like, I don't know how that was gonna work with Sam, but I like the way how they showed that he worked hard, just like how he was working hard with Steve Rogers and Winter Soldier, how he was like on your left, how he was running every day with him, like he was just pushing that hard work, dedication, so he can earn that right to wield the shield. And like I like how they did that at the end, like because I was wondering how that was gonna work.
Him way more.
Right now, the fact he got the wings and the shield, bruh, he's even more ruthless now with that, bruh. He's even more ruthless, bruh.
He can use it.
Right, bruh. He about to be even more cold with that.
I got two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Why did the Dora Milaje give Zemo to the raft?
Bruh.
Ooh!
I'm glad you said
that.
That the reason why do you think the reason why the Flag Smashers, the one who got caught that had the serum in them,
yeah,
do you think the reason why they were going to the raft is because General Ross was going to experiment on them?
Bruh. This is the second time he just take words right out of my mouth, bro. I'm like, that's exactly how, bruh. You was on point, Deontay, bro.
Those two were kind of strange. And think about it, if the Dora Milaje didn't send Zemo to the raft, they would have actually gotten there for Ross to basically, experiment on them.
Right.
Because I thought they were going to take him back to Wakanda.
That's what I thought.
But because he was in the raft, he was able to make his calls and be like, nah, get these dudes out of here. We don't need no more super soldiers up on the streets.
Right.
He made that call from inside the raft.
Bro, you know who's in a raft right now, bro? Like, I think that's another thing that people not noticing. Like, who's in a raft right now as we speak? You still got, like, half of the Sinister Six up in there, bro. You still got You still got half the Sinister Six up in there. We don't even know where Abomination at. They already teased they're gonna bring him back eventually. So I feel they just teasing all these ways just to bring them all together as a team. Like we gotta go against these new Avengers that's out here. You know what I'm saying? All these new cosmic heroes that's all out here, bro. So yeah, bro, that's about to
Is
be.
it possible that the Sinister Six is actually in there though? Just I only asked that because Sinister Six is mostly Spider-Man villains, right?
Yeah, Spider-Man villains, yeah, but I feel like it's a mix of not just Spider-Man villains. I feel like this is a bit piece of each of them, but just up in the raft because some of them got captured, some of them got arrested. They didn't say necessarily where they went to, but I'm like, we all know the most important place, like where they shipped all of them at, is the raft. Like that's like the main place. You know what I'm saying?
I
So,
think villains in
Twister,
there
whatever
right
his name
now. We
is,
just don't know who.
he was in the raft.
No, cause
I'm about to say, I was hearing for a minute.
It was like a lot.
Y'all can hear him?
like he cutting in and out.
I'm about to say, so you cutting in and out, bro. I couldn't even hear you, bro.
Oh, they blocking what I'm saying. They trying to hide it.
It's like it's trying to write. It's like it's trying to.
Yeah, here we now.
Dinkelberg.
It's still cutting in and out.
Oh boy, yeah.
Oh,
I
good.
know. I'm about to say,
I think we have
It's
to
all
remember.
good. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, then you good now? I'm
We
about to say
gotta
you good now. Try it again. See
Yeah,
if
you good now, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you good.
Last week. Now I was saying,
There you go.
like
Go
also,
ahead.
do y'all think that's where they were gonna take Killmonger? Remember when he was like, like, what are y'all gonna do? Just lock me up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder, like, if they take a lot of their, like, the people that they capture, beings, that have superpowers or whatever, there. You know what I'm saying? Like, from pretty much every movie.
Wakandans,
You know what I'm
or
saying?
we talk about anyone.
Like, just anyone. Like, from like all the movies we've seen.
I
I think
think
that's the only prison right now that they could do that with currently. I think.
I think for Killmonger himself, I don't think the Wakandans was going to send him there because his crime was more against Wakanda versus the entire country. Versus Zemo, he killed their king in Wakanda, but his goal was more so, like, in a sense, like more not worldwide per se, but more so just getting rid of the Avengers. So I think that's really why they sent him to the raft, because that's where he should spend the rest of his life.
Ah, okay.
Remember, Deontay, he said he killed in Iraq. After he killed everyone.
Oh, yeah, that's
just
true.
to get to
That is
Wakanda.
true.
But
Yeah.
he was a soldier, though. That's the whole thing. But he was a soldier. He was a soldier. He was a soldier that was supposed to do that just by following orders.
Yeah.
Because that's why he said they made me kill my own people right here on this very continent. Just talking about all of Africa in general.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I see what you're saying. I think that
Yeah, so in other words,
now that I'm thinking about it, he can still be alive.
As I'm saying, he can very well still be alive.
Very well.
in other words,
Who y'all talking about, Killmonger?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're talking about
Killmonger.
Killmonger.
Oh,
I'm thinking about it. Like, if you put the little kimono bead into his chest, he probably survived.
Right, turn into like a Cyberlink Quay, like Cyrax or something.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, Quan Chi ass. Anyway.
Yeah, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, much respect to that show, bro, because just that and WandaVision, bro, like the way how they start off with Phase 4 with them, I ain't gonna lie, they definitely surprised me with both shows, bro. Like now I'm like, I know I'm very anticipated for Loki to come on, bro, because that probably might be the one, bro, because he still got the Tesseract, you know what I mean? So
My wife is
I think
ready
this Loki
for
movie will make a
Loki.
lot of sense to everything.
hell yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I
don't
think
know,
Loki might be the one that's gonna mainly make us a little bit confused because I think it's gonna be going into a whole bunch of different timelines. But I think the overall objective is to fix the timelines, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that is the point of the show because they were talking about something called TVA or something like that. That's kind of like part of the timelines like that. Like they the ones that take order of that to make sure everything is in contact with the timelines, everything keeping in order. So I think that's probably what the show is probably about. Yeah.